What movie was before that movie? No. That is, but I'm trying to figure out what movie took place. Oh, um, Age of Ultron. Yeah. You understand why like Wanda is such a big issue. You understand Vision. You're not even gonna get that piece. You need to go watch Age of Ultron first. I mean, I can explain it to you like really shortly, for so that way you understand what happened, like a brief, like if you want me to. But so basic, so basically, what ends up happening inside of Age of Ultron is at the very end, Ultron ends up taking like the whole city of Sokovia and like putting it above like Earth. Basically, it's like floating its way into space, and then and the Avengers end up like stopping him from like taking over the world, but in the sacrifice that they made was like Sokovia fell back to Earth, you know what I mean, and they basically obliterated a whole city and killed everybody in the city in order to make that happen, you know what I mean, if that makes sense. So that's why like, okay, well now that's why you see what the outcome of that is inside of Civil War. Well, it's like they need to reveal themselves to the government. They need to understand that they're a government like entity. Yeah, and that's what Tony's going for. And the Cap is like, nah, I don't think we should be doing that. And that's basically the premise of the movie. No, Iron Man's the one that convinces Peter. In the comics, Iron Man's the one that convinces Peter Parker to actually like participate. It almost gets him killed. Yeah, that exactly. That's where that comes from. No. No. Yeah, in the middle of the movie. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes and no. That's where they introduce like. That's where they introduce. What's his face? Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but you see Tom Holland before. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Yeah. Civil War came out. Yeah. So first Tom Holland movie came out after Civil War. It's very possible. I don't think he ever unmasks, except for maybe like one scene. Yeah. The cool people side. Tony's. For like becoming a government entity. I mean, I just want him to reveal the aliens, dog. That's all I want him to do. They're drones. That's all they are. They figured out what kind of drone they are on the dark web. They're selling them because they know people don't go on the dark web, and that's what they're doing. Like with little lights around it. Yeah, I see angels. That's what Jason thinks. Well, aliens apparently was like the number one suggestion. Great question. I seen it. Mm-hmm. It just went past this. I don't know. It went past the line of sight. The one Rogan posted? I think it's a hoax. I think I'm not an NPC. You're an NPC. You're a sheep that's out here like, what, you think you're a wolf? Do you think you being a wolf is like saying, oh, aliens are real? Do you think that's what it is? No, you're a sheep. You go get vaccinated. You go get a sheep. You're a sheep. No. So, one time. It was like, if they're giving it to the military, they gotta be okay. Yeah. It only seems to make sense. Safe thing to do. No. Yeah, I'm not denying it. I'm just saying it ain't real. If it's aliens, then what? Like, I don't know. Do you think this is their mini drones? Like, do you think there's a mothership? Like, wait, well, that needs to be a clear, like, is it a drone or is it not a drone? What do you want it to be? Blow your mind. What would you do? What would you do if, like, tomorrow morning you know that aliens are real? They landed, they're in New York City, they're walking around. That's what I'm asking you. What is the first thing that you would do? Like, yeah, genuine answer. You're not paying rent? What, do you think the aliens are gonna fucking not take your... What are you gonna tell them whenever they come? They're like, hey, Brandon, you haven't paid rent. We need you to... They're like, is the aliens here? They're in New York. They're not here. You're not paying rent. Let me get you on the fucking mic. Let me get you on the mic. We're gonna fucking do this live because these motherfuckers need to hear you. How you're not gonna pay rent. Hold on, I'm gonna hang up. Hold on. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna call you right back. Okay. So you're asking me what would I do?
Let's hear your side of the story.
I'd probably just continue living life as normal.
You can't. You wouldn't immediately start like doomsday prepping or
Oh yeah.
I would just because you got to think I would assume the government is going to go into a state of emergency, like they would declare martial law for a little bit. That'd probably be step one. They would immediately declare martial law if there was like like no, they don't have enough time. If aliens land on the ground, you think they're gonna try to take away guns from civilians that are spooked because they just found out aliens landed? No, that's not. They're just gonna declare martial law on the TV, and at that point, if I'm at work, I'm going home. and then, yeah, and then Diego's like, "Well, I'm about to close these 3 acts." So I'm like, "Okay," but, but no, I mean, if that Joe Rogan video was real, which it could be, let's just say it was. Would you be in denial? Would you be like, nah, I see solid proof? That's your reaction now?
My reaction. Oh, I need to see them on the ground. I need to see them on the ground.
Okay, I have a follow-up question if you allow it. Would you disagree or would you agree that let's put it in terms of the video we see on Joe Rogan of them coming into space is like a pre-ground landing, which is like our chance of warning. Some would say to use the time to like mentally prepare now for some BS to come, like the whole martial law. And by the time, would you agree that if they were to land on ground, by then it's too late? If you don't have some type of acceptance in your mind, by the time they land on ground, and you're scrambling as shit's happening, too late.
Do you think that they're going to be hostile?
I think everyone's first to ask that question. Do you think they'd be hostile? But my real question I ask myself is, would the government be hostile towards them?
I think it would be a world issue. How come we're not seeing this issue with any other country?
Do you watch any other countries' news? I don't think you do. So they could be reporting it as well. We have no idea. Those are good questions to ask.
The other countries?
Yes, it would be a world problem, but I think it would be a big problem because if they were to land, and let's say the military's like, well, they're unidentified, treat them as threats until proven otherwise, that would start some shit. By then, I'm go bag, I'm planning it's beyond finding land and bunkering down. Like you gotta go underground or some shit. You gotta figure out some shit. Things would get weird fast. Especially if they were to declare martial law. Because that would have to be the first thing they do.
What is martial law, though?
Martial law is that all, so it's a set of all all regular laws are on hold. I'm not saying it's like the purge, but it's like all civilians can bear arms, but like obviously not felons, but you have like you can bear arms. Like there is no like a lot of shit just goes out the window.
I thought martial law was like they came and take your guns.
No, bro. I'll Google it right now. So, when martial law is declared, the military takes over governing a region and civil liberties are suspended. Exactly what I said. Some rules of martial law include military rule. The military takes over the rule of civilian or of civil authorities, including policing, emergency response, and the courts. So the military would immediately have say over everybody. Military law and military courts replace the justice system. That's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Curfews are typically imposed, so they would make us stay inside. Suspend civil liberties. Civil rights such as freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and protection from unreasonable searches and seizures are suspended. What? What? I've never looked this up
Yeah,
before.
I'm telling you, it ain't like you
I've
fucking.
never looked
You
this
can do
up
whatever
before.
you want. That is not how that works.
Suspended. Well, then this is going to be a whole different door
Yeah,
we're
it
about to
changes the ball
discuss.
game. You're like, they're gonna enforce martial law, and in my mind, I'm like, that is not what you want. That is the
The law.
complete
Well, no,
opposite.
that's not what I
You know
want,
who's
but
in
I think
charge
that's
of
what the
martial
world
law?
does.
You know who?
No, I think
You know
that's
who
what the world
Do you
does.
know who puts martial law into effect?
The president.
The president. And who's in charge of the military? If the military rules all.
So I think so. This is how in my head it would actually go. I take it back. This is how it would actually go. Let's say they landed in New York, like your scenario.
Okay.
I think each state would declare a state of emergency first.
That's fair.
Things would start to get hectic. People would start freaking out, and then after a certain point, then it would go into martial law. That state of emergency window, though, is your get your go bag, get your
Go
guns,
get out of Dodge.
fire. Yeah, like get. Well, I mean, where are you gonna go if all 50 states are in like state of emergency at that point?
I know I'm going.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to figure out something underground. Like we would just have to. If that means like,
Underground? What is this? Fallout?
I mean, what do you think would happen, bro?
They're not gonna
You
nuke
would have
anything.
to. No, they're not gonna nuke, but you would have to. Like, if they're declaring martial law, I don't want to be above ground. That's just like you need to find somebody with a shelter or like those people like millionaires who have shelters with a bunch of food and generators and like I would just go drive around and it's like I'm gunned up, so it's like I'm finna just find one. You guys are gonna let me in, I'm gonna find a way in.
Word.
I mean that's just what it is. Let's see. Suspended hub hub. I don't even know how to say that. Habeas corpus. The laws that prevent unlawful detention are suspended. I don't know what that means. Military tribunals, civilians who defy martial law may be tried in military. So, like, even if they're like, hey, this is going on, you're like, no, it's not, they'll kill you. Military discretion is a part of the rule. Military authorities may arrest people for offenses at their discretion. So, it doesn't even have to be in the law. If they just feel like it, you're trapped. This is what I'm telling you, you don't want to be above ground. New laws. Temporary laws are put in place by the commanding officer. Increased working hours. Working hours may increase to 60 hours per week or 50 hours for employees who are entitled to reduced work week.
Like Joel.
This is like a new world order. Like that's basically what martial law is. It's like a new world order. It's like tinfoil hat people talking about the government would turn into like Nazi Germany. It's basically like them and being like, we don't do that. This is America. But if we declared it, you would be fucked. Like that's basically what that is.
I don't know. So back
I
to the
mean, they would need something pretty crazy like a UFO landing or like aliens on the ground to be like martial law is what we need.
what do you think the likelihood of them saying like, hey, UFOs have landed
I mean, they
in
would have to
order to
announce it
enact
if it was
something?
if they were broad day like they couldn't be like no they're not somebody or like there's too many cameras, there's too many people on TikTok, there's too many. The word would spread fast, like and then the people would be rebellion. I think that's their biggest fear is like, because you gotta think like, yeah, there's militaries, but I think there's more civilians than there are military.
Mm, yeah. Military has a lot more resources.
100%. But it's like, then what? Then you're gonna wipe out the civilian race and like a military state? That's also Nazi Germany. Fuck that. Because you got to think, people like Joe Rogan, he's going underground. He probably already has a bunker.
He's already broken up.
Mark Zuckerberg, we know he does. He's flexed. He's flexed his like $3 billion bunker. All rich people have bunkers, bro. I'm telling you. Since you and I are not the richest, we just have to do some like, um, what is that fucker's name? The dude that we watch on YouTube. We'd have to outdoor
Outdoor
boy some
boys.
shit in the snow. We just have to make it work. We would just have to dig a shovel and create like an igloo out in like wherever the fuck and just hold it down. Sorry, Jax, it's cold out here, man. You need to
Go hunt for
go
food.
get some, yeah, get some berries and you try it before us and make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, feed them to Rocket. Shit, we'll figure it out. We'll come up with a system.
That would be wild. I don't want to live through that. Fuck that.
Yeah, but I mean, what other choice will we have? If Joe Rogan posted like, oh, follow-up video from that last one is they came back and there's I think the scariest thing would be like how we saw that video on Joe Rogan thing, where it's like, oh, well, it was one orb, and then I wake up tomorrow morning and then I get a text from you and you're like, bruh, look at the news, and it's like 50 orbs in every state coming down slowly. I'd be like, bro, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'd probably have a panic attack first
Have
of
you
all.
ever watched? You need to go watch Arrival. That's what you need to go watch.
What do you
Don't.
mean I need to go watch? I'm damn near living in this shit the way they post these damn videos every.
Yeah. But like, if you're gonna watch a movie tonight, go watch Arrival. And
Nah, I need to feel good after all this shit we're talking about. I need Captain America versus Iron Man fight about some bullshit.
fair enough.
But yeah, that shit is crazy to think about. Is what I'm saying. The drone shit is weird, but orbs, yeah, it's crazy. Orbs is crazy. Cause what if you're like, oh man, they're alien. They have fine, they're like fucking angels, and then you realize, oh shit, God and Jesus were real. And then you hear horns, and it's like, oh shit, he's actually coming back. Then what? Then it's like everything you know is everything. That would be so intense.
That would be. That's too intense.
I think it's fucked up that you would hear something like that, or like the average Joe would hear something like that, but like, yeah, but that's not a reality. It's like, okay, that's what this whole system's created on.
Fuck that, bro. Can they just come out and tell us that it's Tesla drones?
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and that's what it was? It was like aliens. They're like, yeah, like the government was like, all right, like yeah, they're
Gotcha.
they're coming. We got word that they're coming. They'll be here in like a week. We don't know if they're friendly or not. We'll kind of treat them as if they're not until otherwise.
What? In what world have we ever treated somebody not friendly because fuck it?
Look at history, buddy. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that's not
What do
like
you
the United
mean?
States isn't like that. I mean, I'm not saying that it hasn't happened in history, but I don't think the United States has ever taken that stance.
So, okay, this is what I'm referring to is like let's say there's the Air Force and they have a craft flying in the air and then they get in the comms and they go, "Hey, identify yourself." And then there's no response and they go, "Hey, identify yourself or we're going to take threat." That's how they think. That's how they think. It's not like they're like, "Oh, well, we're the bad guys." It's like, "No, if you don't tell me like that's like somebody coming in and looking all hostile, and you're like, "Yo, what's going on?" And they don't say anything, and then you get more sketched out because you're like, "Well, I'm gonna treat you as a threat until proven otherwise." Like that's just the normal mindset of like a power.
Hmm. I have a funny joke I want to make right now, but I don't think it's stream appropriate.
Shit, I'll shut this whole thing down right now. And I'll blame AI. But yeah, I think they would treat it as a threat before. Because look at the other way. They would go up to an alien and be like, all right, let's go communicate with them. And then they walk up and they get zapped by a ray gun and explode. And they're like, all right, well, we tried. Like, no, they're not going to do that. Nobody in their right mind would try to risk their life to see if someone was friendly. You know what? The way I'm guessing these scenarios, and I'm probably right, they need to put me in the office. They need to get me involved with the suit and ties up there. I'll figure this shit out in a week.
Okay, Brandon. Okay. Clipping that. Should have seen my face. It looked like the camera like I'm in the gym.
Why? Like, it's all
They're gonna give
jokes
you.
in now, but
They're gonna
what?
give you a
Give it a
gun.
couple weeks and things are gonna get weird. I think 2025 is gonna be a year where just shit gets weird.
Here's one thing that I will say. It's so crazy that weird shit happens whenever Trump becomes president. COVID. Now we got aliens. It's like,
Yeah, but I mean, there's two sides of the coin. One is like it's only weird when he takes over. It's because it's like, well, whoever was before him is like, I mean, there's so many sub layers, like an onion. It's like, all right, well, the person in front of him, like towards the end, like for example, Biden, like towards the end, like this shit is just spilling out the pot, and then Trump's like, fuck, well, I just stepped in. So it's like it's not really on him. But I mean, these are things that like they're gonna unveil themselves anyways. I think now we're in a sense where the population is just so advanced and like the government has instilled these old rules of like we have like population control on like what they watch and TV and advertisement. We have like a really good as opposed to now our generations TikTok like internet. They didn't think the internet was going to be that powerful, so it's hard to control. And now it's like things get out too fast, and so it's all just a fucking shit sandwich.
that's literally what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like any of it's real, and it sounds like they tried too hard to push it. Like they just tried too hard. They should have chilled out. To where
Well,
now
I think
it's
back then it
all
was
make.
easier to cover up. Like for example, Roswell, like an alien crash, and nobody knew shit about it because no internet, there was no phones, there was no pictures. Like you just had to trust the government, and then they controlled the news media. So it's like if they put in a newspaper, hey, we don't know what it is, and just leave it at that, and then it goes away because other bullshit happened. It's like that's how life was. But now we're in a day and age where TikTok's real. That's why they hate that shit because it's like the people are always going to be more powerful than like the play at hand, which would be the government. It's like they want to reverse that shit, but you can't. It's like we're not in the 1950s anymore.
Man, could you imagine?
So I don't have to imagine. I'm living in it. What do you?
No, I'm saying being in the 1950s.
I would like it. To be honest, I think it'd be simpler times. I think life, like, look at them, like buying houses for $15,000, having a job that paid good, having cool old school cars. Like,
That's true.
this is AI taking over, but women playing their roles. Like, that's all.
Whoa.
That's AI. That's AI. Ain't it? That's not me. Sorry, I'm back. What happened? Yeah, so the only downside was that like we would have no say if they needed to draft us into war. I mean, that's kind of an issue
That's
that could
always an
happen
issue.
now, but it's unlikely because we're not at a world war as opposed to when it was actually happening back then.
Could you imagine being in
But
World
like,
War II?
nah, that would suck.
That
That
would
would suck.
definitely suck.
Because sometimes I even catch those TikToks where it's like the subcategory of when they were in the war and they were like in the trench war when it was pitch black and they're like moving through and then you would hear like a man in front of you and then they would do hand-to-hand combat in the trench in the middle of darkness. He talks about killing somebody and it's like yeah, fucked me up and I'm like yeah, but there's not a pill in the world that'll take that away from you like
Yeah,
that.
that's
That's on your
PTSD
soul,
for
buddy.
yeah.
all to get like $10 off your IHOP check because you got a veterans discount. You know what I'm saying? You better let somebody out. You know what I'm saying? You got 6% back on your mortgage rate. Like, cause it's sad, but it is what it is.
It couldn't be me, bud.
Yeah, it couldn't be me. I'll take my virtual Nuketown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
we're doing kill streaks, bud, and I sleep like a baby at night. Oh, I'm at the part where Joel tells Ellie at the hospital what happened. These are like podcast talks. That should be segment two. It's like do the live stream, Twitch and stream, and then have a separate podcast.
I mean, we're doing it right now. I just happen to be building the house while I'm at it.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. 2025, I'm doing podcasts. I'm gonna figure it out.
Podcast. The problem with podcasts is like you got to face to face. You know what I mean? That's the hard part.
Maybe.
Unless you can figure out, like, I mean, we're doing it not practically right now. You know?
You know what I'm saying? That's how easy it would be. God, this scene is so serious.
Sad scene.
Even earlier before you got on, I watched the scene again where she chases down Nora, the one that was at the hospital, and then she gets to the end and beats her with the pipe. Like, I remember just like
Oh yeah.
my face, like I kind of snapped out of it for a second, but my face was like, oh, like how dark and depressing. And then she goes
She's
back
like,
to
how
the
are you
theater
breathing
and
stuff in?
she's like PTSD, like you could see it in her, and she tells Dana, she's like, I made her talk, and then she grabs her mouth like, I can't believe I just said that out loud. This game is a masterpiece, but it also sucks the way they control it. And the fact that it still gets me. I beat this game 10 times and I still am just in awe.
Every time.
Yeah, I would say I'm excited for that new Naughty Dog game, but they are just shitting on it already. Bad.
Which well, they haven't seen nothing. There's no gameplay. There's no.
No, I know, but so no, it's the trailer. The trailer, the people don't like the character. They think it's a stupid idea. There was a game similar that was supposed to come out in 2015 that I guess Naughty Dog scrapped, and they're comparing it to that game, except this trailer that they just released has more thumbs down than that video that they scrapped. So it's already like a shit sandwich before it even like genuinely gets to media. You know what I'm saying? Like horrible. Imagine working on the game. They worked on this game supposedly for 5 years. The last 5 years
Could you
they've been working on
imagine
this
working
game.
on fucking? That would suck.
And not only that, but like the gamble it takes because video games like AAA titles, they cost millions of dollars, millions of dollars. So like you're investing so much, and then the fucking people just hate it.
They don't want to hear it.
That's like Morbius. Like they spent so much money probably making Morbius, and it just tanked, rejected by the people of the United States. And you have so much on the line. Like, oh, dude, that's stressful. Fuck that.
Millions of dollars. They'll figure it out though.
I wonder, what do you think about season two of The Last of Us? You think it's gonna be?
No, I think the casting's the problem. For me, I
I
think I don't
yes.
know. Like I will say the one thing that they did good on the first one is that they like told a story where the gaps are missing in the video game. If that makes
Yeah,
sense. Um,
yeah, I agree.
so if they kind of keep that strategy, then maybe they'll be successful. You know what I mean with like the new one. But I mean, I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know.
my issue they're gonna run into. Like for example, Ellie beating that girl at the hospital with a pipe and like these whole like PTSD and depressing moments. I don't see somebody that looks like that Belichick like living that. Like I don't see her face in those moments. She
I
also
mean,
looks like a
you've
she
played the
also
game. How
looks
many
like
times have you played the game? You know what I mean?
Sid from Ice Age, so it's hard for me to like really take her serious. I'm sure she's a good actor in Game of Thrones, but I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I'll never know what that truly like.
Kind of irrelevant to this argument.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like they should have just got the casting right. It's not even too late. They could just make a decision out of the. Well, I mean, and I don't know if they. Now that of course they already filmed, they released a trailer. It's too late actually.
Yeah, filming's done. Gee.
Fuck it, scrap it, push it back.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck. Burn it.
Burn it to the ground, all of it.
I'm excited to see that Superman trailer tomorrow though.
Bro, me too. Me too. It's crazy that we were talking about it and they put out a teaser today.
A trailer of a trailer. Never heard of it.
I mean, it's jump starting the universe, you know?
I just wonder, like, what's his problem gonna be?
Superman's?
Yeah, like, are they gonna come out the gate swinging, just drop Doomsday on us, and just kill him off the bat? That would be
What? They have nothing to
crazy.
work towards at that point? Everybody else is a minor
Like,
villain?
and then he's like, James Gunn, bitch. Like, he just pushes the envelope to the max. That'd be crazy.
That'd be funny. That'd be wild. Wildly funny. From the universe that killed Doomsday.
Suicide Squad, the game where they shot Batman in the head.
No, that sucked, bro. That sucked.
Not James Gunn related, but
But it's
bitter
his
taste.
fault.
Slap to the face of the DC Universe fan base.
The universe where we take your opinion and don't listen. Live on 1
On
800.
ice.
Sunflower, and you never be too much. Oh, I need to send you the address.
Yeah. Damn, he just told Ellie that making a vaccine would kill her and he stopped him.
Done, and you never be too much.
Probably crushed him. Bro, Ellie beat the fuck up. this playthrough, I keep in my mind what you had told me about, like even if Joel, am like, I seen in a video that even if they let the procedure happen, like they wouldn't have done shit with it.
You sent me that video where he's like,
Yeah, he's
let's
like,
just play this out. You have a
yeah, mass
veterinarian.
produce and then get it out. What are they gonna mass produce a cure? In what factory? With what workers? Like, how is that even gonna happen? Yo, it's nuts. So he made the right choice. I just want to know at what point, like, I just need somebody to put it on a timeline. From the moment that he told her that just now, like, is this before all the shit I just played? Is it after? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
What do you mean?
Like, I need that is such an important moment in my head that, like, when Joel told Ellie what really happened, I think that specific flashback is probably like, let's say a month before Joel dies. So from that time up until Joel dies, like the wound between them is split open. The month that goes by before he dies is like it was barely getting to where they were on a talking basis again. And even then, like she had this hatred for him where like she didn't want him around, like they were barely talking. Because you see the flashbacks where like you're with Tommy and like
Yeah,
he's letting her shoot the rifle and he's like, hey, you need to talk to Joel, or like, like he's trying so hard to make it normal again.
I think
And
that
she's
happens before.
I don't think so.
I,
I don't think
I,
so.
I think the Joel and Tommy thing, like whenever they're shooting the rifle, I think that's before she finds out. Because remember they do the space stuff, and she still doesn't even know during the space stuff.
No, that's so no. So hold on, pause. The space thing, yeah, that is before. I'm saying these moments where like specifically when Ellie and Tommy go out and he's like they're talking about their problems and she's like kind of out of it. And then he's like, "Hey, like snap out of it." And then he lets her rifle and they're talking about shit and then they're talking about how her and Joel's relationship is kind of like weird. And she's like, "Yeah, you're not talking to him and if you don't talk to him, he's going to think something's wrong." And in the apartment where you fight the bloater with Joel in the flashback, like they still even then have like a weird
Dynamic.
relationship. So I think that's them freshly. Well, no, so actually, no, that scene, like she's still asking Joel about
Yeah,
it. She's
exactly.
like,
Because remember she
so
sees the
so
Firefly
that's actually
logo.
before.
Yeah.
That's actually before. Yeah, yeah. So no, that's before. So then yeah, the before like maybe a couple of scenes prior to Joel dying, like that's probably after then. If you were to put it on the timeline. Which sucks because I read a comment back in the day when this game first came out that Joel died basically thinking Ellie hated him and they never really fully meant that.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's like that's even worse.
I think that's probably why Ellie feels so much entitlement to
It's
go
dark.
after. It's like
It is
making things work.
dark. Oh, okay, bet. Got the address. That ain't nothing but 20 minutes from my crib, boy.
I don't even know where it's at. I need to check.
I think this play around too, I'm starting to realize, well, like especially on Ellie's side, I never really recognized it. So like the way Abby pushed her friends to like, come on, let's go kill Joe, and like you guys said you were in on this because of my like passion for this. Like Ellie's the exact same way, the exact same way. Like Dina's like Ellie just won't let it go, and even Dina was like, she's like, we gotta go back out there, and Dina's like, bro, like chill, and then like Ellie's basically like, you trying to say something? She's like, nah. She's like, okay, good. Like her passion to get Abby is even, it's crazy.
In that video, they even say that, like, where she's like good, like she uses the same tactic that Joel uses on her, like in
Mm-hmm.
the first game.
Ooh, Dina's sick.
6 hit. You know who got rivals?
Gomez.
Yeah.
You know who forgot to text Diego about switching?
But you were gonna do it this morning. You literally said I'm doing it right now.
I forgot.
Just hit him up.
Think so?
Yeah, because we're gonna be struggling tomorrow if like you don't do that.
All right, let me do that. Should I say 11 to 7 instead of 10:30?
Yeah, let me see.
All right, text. Ugh. Ooh, all right, hot topic, hot topic. You ready for this? Let's say you're you, but you had Ellie's situation happen to you where like somebody you cared for died. Would you, in an apocalyptic world, like the same exact universe, you're Anderson who lives in, would you go hunt down the people or what would you do?
Yeah, I'd have that. Well, it depends.
Taking this into, so I'll also give you more context. Like you have your family in this
No,
world.
not do that. Like I can't. It's kind of I would be more of like a Tommy type situation. You know what I mean?
Like you're taking things into consideration.
Yeah, I'm taking everything into consideration. As much as I want vengeance, like
What
its
if it was a
time
family
will
member they
come,
killed?
huh?
What if it was like a family member that like wasn't Rosa or like Jack? Like what if it was like another family member that killed? Still of your family, like connected family.
I don't know, man. Like it's like I took a stance, like especially whenever I married Rosa, like it was like I took a stance on the way I
Family,
operate.
yeah, yeah,
They're primary, and then my other family is secondary. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna always think from that perspective.
yeah. Okay, what if it was primary?
Huh?
What if it was primary, but it wasn't Jax?
And then,
Would you be like, "I will. You're still responsible for taking care of Jax"? It's like,
exactly.
no, I'm not gonna risk it.
No, but yeah, the risk of him dying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think our situation is different because, like, let's say they like somebody did my brother that way. Like, oh, I'm full extent. I'm the
yeah, you're
force of
going for it,
God
but you don't
couldn't
have
even
nothing
stop
on the
me.
line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm
Other than
saying?
yourself. And at that point,
Yeah,
why
the
not?
force of God would not even stop me.
Yeah, but if whenever you have like a wife and a kid, and like you got other
Way
people
different. You got
relying
more
on
in
you,
line,
you know what I mean?
especially in an apocalyptic world. Like, too crazy.
Yeah. Don't matter if you're the mayor of the city.
Okay, what if you didn't have that? What if you didn't have that on the line?
Um, if I yeah, then fuck yeah, I'll go.
You don't think you'd be like, you know what? Like, well, the reason I said this is because there's two pieces. Like at the end, Ellie figures out that revenge is not gonna solve her void. You know, it's not gonna fill that
Yeah, but
void
she
like she
doesn't
thought
get
it
that till
was.
later. She doesn't get that clarity till later. How old do you think Ellie is right there? 18?
At the very
19?
end, nah, she's probably like 19, 20 maybe.
Yeah,
She
I mean,
seems older. Well, now you gotta think with her and Dina, like I think a year or two went by. So I'd say like 20 or 21 maybe.
yeah, but at 21, she's finally starting to get some clarity. But at 19, I was a hothead. You know what I mean? Like, and I would have been on the same hothead streak. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I think, but it also boils down to, because so hold on, I don't think age factors in because you got to think like they said that Joel, like if it was the other way around, Joel would have already been in Seattle by now, and he's 40. He's in his fifties, I think. So I think it
yeah,
boils down to what kind of character you are. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that's Joel and his brother. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. That's what separates Joel from Tommy. You know,
Yeah.
it's the type of character that you are, but at the same time, like if Joel lost his brother, knowing the type of person that he is, he's gonna go for it. But he doesn't. Again,
So yeah, put yourself in that context of Ellie, like you're being held down as they're beating the shit out of one of your like basically family members in front of you. Like you're gonna go hunt them down, like no matter what it takes, no matter at all costs.
I think I'm gonna do it. But I'm just gonna do it a lot. I'm gonna try to do it smarter. Take more people with me. You know what I mean? Like rather than she went alone.
Okay, no.
You know what I mean?
So let me throw this wrench into the factor too, because this is all part of the game as well. It's like, let's say that scenario happened to you where they're holding you down, beat the shit out of your family member right next to you, and then kill him, but you knew it was retaliation attack for something that he did. Does that change perspective for you? That you knew he did was something bad?
Mm,
You guys, that factors in. I think from our standpoint, not just the game, but like I think you're a person of reason. So you'd be like, fuck, like yeah, they did the worst thing that I could possibly witness. But then again, like I know why they did it, type shit, you know? Because
yeah,
she
but
knew why.
I think it's like they tortured. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like I think that Joel had the capability of torturing those people. The only reason he didn't was because he knew that Ellie's life was on the line, so he had to rush his way there. You know what I mean? But given that circumstances be opposite, like how many stories have we heard of Joel he'll do the exact same thing of he has no problem torturing people. You know what I mean? Even whenever you're playing the second game, she's like, Dina's like going through like, do you think it's the people from the city? Do you think it's the people from like you're talking about characters from the first game? You know what I mean? Like, she's heard all the stories. She knows like things that Joel's capable of doing. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that I don't know. I think he got what was coming to him at the end of the day.
Yeah. It was just bittersweet.
It's just yeah. As a fan, it sucks to watch, you know, but
We all knew it was bound to happen.
yeah, bound to happen exactly. Oh, back. I need to go put Jackson in the bed.
All right. Ah, fuck. God.
still here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
locked in. Staying up late tonight.
Staying up late. Oh, I gotta go back to live screen.
Oh, motherfucker.
Did he text back?
Nope. Well, yeah, no. I mean, there's two ways. He either text back tonight or he's gonna wake up tomorrow. Yeah, that's ship.
I'm thinking what we do is we just meet up there at 10, load it up, go to, and then from there we can come to the house, and you can just leave from here. Be like a 45-minute drive. No, I'll probably be shorter than that. It'll be like 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a plan. It would just depend on what time that get it done. Cause I gotta go in there, talk to the people. All right, cool. This is what we want to do. Load her in the truck, take her in, take her off, put her in the right place. By then, it's already 11.
It'll all work out.
Nah, it'll be straight, bro. Panic shot, and now I have no ammo.
That's never good.
It sure ain't, partner. Damn, bro, where's all the ammo? Looks like I'll go bow and arrow.
Old faithful.
Back to the caveman times. Ah, there we go. Some ammo. Jeez. Started worrying me there for a second. Oh shit.
Got the garden taken care of.
Fucking dog. Blew my cover. Fucking no mercy. And that's how you kill people gruesomely. Can I get a hug? Yeah. Still an old man at heart. Now we're talking. Give me that ammo. Fuck yeah. This would be such a different gameplay with infinity ammo. I'm telling you.
I agree with that.
You know, there's a movie coming out that I'm gonna look up the fucking Nosferatu
Yeah, we saw
movie.
the trailer for that. I think. When we were
Yeah, I'm gonna go see that bitch. It looks crazy.
I know, I want to watch it too. I also want to see that. I want to see 28 Days Later. Have you seen that movie?
Fuck yeah, bro.
You have seen it?
28 Days Later with fucking old boy
With
from
Cecilia Murphy?
um yeah, bro. That movie came out.
Like early
So
2000s?
I know that movie because it's a franchise. That was the first one. I know it originally from a movie called 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah. And they're making it 28
Yeah.
years later.
No, I know that. I know that. That's yeah, yeah, yeah. My sister saw 28 Weeks Later in fucking theaters, but I was like 10 or 11 and I couldn't go see it. So I literally told her to describe the entire movie from start to end. And she did. And then I finally saw it. But 28 days later is fucking even crazier.
Does 28 Weeks Later have him in it too?
No, it's in the same like place in the UK, but 28 days later is crazy because of that Cillian Murphy, he just wakes up in a hospital and shit's already hit the fan. Then he's like piecing it together. Like he's like walking through the streets of UK and he's like figuring shit out. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That movie's crazy as fuck. I hate those. If those zombies ever existed, bro, take me out.
I've never seen it,
I
so
It's
that's
just cardio. It's just like zombies that run at a sprinting pace, not just like jogging. Like they are running as fast as possible.
like
Like I can't do
Daisy.
that. I can't do that. Nah, not like DayZ. They're not stacking them, but well, I guess like in the intensity. But it's like imagine somebody like chasing after you like a killer, like fucking full sprinting. All of those zombies, bro. And the problem with those zombies, they don't eat you like normal zombies. They fucking throw up blood on you and then they beat the shit out of you and then they start taking chunks out of your neck and shit. Like, bro, fuck that.
Ugh.
At least Walking Dead, like I get bit once and then I turn. They won't even get a chance to turn. They'll just fucking annihilate you. Fuck that. It's just running, bro. Fuck that, bro. Y'all can have me.
You can't run for a long time?
There's just I don't want to. I could. It was just that's hell on earth, bro. Fuck that. Why would I want to run for a long time? Fuck that.
Fuck that. You're right.
Yeah, bro. That movie's so crazy though. Yeah, you gotta watch that one. But the whole spoof behind it is they don't sell the movie anymore. Like you can't get it on Blu-ray.
They just put 28 Days Later on Amazon Prime and Apple TV.
I might watch that tonight and say fuck it.
That's the only reason I'm even talking about it. Like,
That movie's crazy. Don't watch that before bed though.
really? That's literally what you said you were gonna do.
Well, I can handle shit like that.
Hmm.
That's not like that's not a nightmare you want to have. Like running zombies full of rage. Like they just fucking raged out. Like they're just super rage. They bleed from their eyes and shit, and they throw up blood. That's the worst part is they throw up blood on you. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. If any of it gets in your mouth, you're done. They don't even have to bite you. If any of that shit gets in your mouth, you're done. But nah, you should watch it before bed. That'd be sick. part where Ellie's is gonna sneak into the building and take their boat so she can take it to like Abby's hideout, if you remember.
So you're not Abby yet. You're getting there.
Nah, I thought I was. I'm
She
with
kills that
Jesse
Chinese
right now.
lady that's playing like the
You'll need a
PSP.
top-notch team to win this one.
No, I've already killed her.
I
Jesse's
know
like
exactly
helping me
where you're
get
at.
to where I need to go, but I forget why they split ways.
They just
Find
split
that out.
ways, didn't they?
Nah, they're about to. Oh, there's a hole right here. I be forgetting I have a whole MP5 with a silencer on it.
I always knew you could not be trusted.
Blow up. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Even the astral realm.
The queen of hell betrays me. How utterly incredible.
I like your optimism.
I need to get a haircut.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Help get that vehicle to its destination. I want to be a part of bringing back to you. That's okay. Me.
Yggdrasil will not survive without our help. Go!
I need assistance. A nice deep freeze. You're halfway there. Keep going. Help is here.
Healing. Why would I need healing? I want your soul.
Who needs healing? I'm too vulnerable. Almost there. Don't turn back now. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Did I just beat the door? I don't have to be center stage.
Oh, that's why.
I'm hurt.
Superbly destructible area.
I suck. Let us save the great tree. You don't have to feel that. You're halfway there. Keep going.
Fullest powers of hell. Find that soul.
fuck, I got shot. I would never get shot.
Get that vehicle moving again!
I may
Oh,
recharge your
fuck, that guy
vitals
was
now.
hiding.
God's angry.
The perfect case! Yeah! I am ready to put on a show!
Toys.
Maximum pulse!
Time runs short. Hurry!
Got the boat.
Only 60 seconds left.
What?
I got the boat.
The cold.
Yeah, that's quick.
You seeing
You
stars?
make a scene?
I just ran all in one motion.
Another soul to join my legions. Here's this life.
Be your best self. Okay, admit it. You need me. Down to 30 seconds. Chin up. We need not fear the cold anymore. Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Perfect.
Oh, must cut off the supply of Pronovium. Turn around.
The moon haunts you!
Double KO.
Beyond count. Save you this time, Spectre.
Let Moon Knight protect his arms if he dares.
Shake it up. I like the cold.
I want your soul.
We won't have to fight alone.
Healing. Why would I need
That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way. Only 60 seconds left.
I care nothing.
Step carefully.
But I would more broken. Find that soul.
Help, friends.
Nothing here.
And I'll
Maximum pulse!
I put you on ice. Down to 30 seconds. I am ready to put on a show. So close. This is your big
face my foes.
Ice up. The final 10 seconds.
Tapping operation for Asgard.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Shout out Google. I'm gonna knock every person down.
Shout out Google. Oh, it gave you the
Yeah.
safe.
God,
I'll
dude.
make for the hell.
The current score is
really make you work to get to Abby.
I may return from my own realm.
You playing rivals or what?
Yeah. I'm just fucking
A little rivaler.
little,
Better stop that
little
vehicle.
rivaler.
These things are even more heavily armed than I am.
Attack the foe. Toss them.
Your minion souls
A
are
nice
mine.
freezing.
I'm about to fight a floater.
Us against the world. Friends, gather around. Party crushers.
Healing. Why would I need healing?
Focus on the battle. Look,
Maximum.
Another soul to join my legions.
a nice freeze. Oh, perfect. Hex.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
We are undefeatable.
Oh my god. Oh, why is this happening? Yeah, I need a medkit so long. Ain't that.
Face my foes. I am barely harmed.
Friends, gather around. 60 seconds left. See them? Right there.
Behold the god of thunder. Maximum.
Fight alone. Help. Down to 30 seconds. Don't let them break us.
Here's this life.
These creatures.
Damn, I wanted to heal that.
Help is here. 10 seconds.
Who is more immortal than I?
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Long as I got my suit and tie,
An
They
opportunity.
hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
let me show you a few things.
Oh, perfect. Hex.
Let me show you a few things.
Wrapped around.
Denizens of the deep. Just as expected.
The horrors I'll make for them in hell.
Chaos!
scrambling against the waves right now. I'd be like, ah, take a breather.
No goddess is ever truly gone. Fight.
Oh, without no suit and tie. That song's stuck in my head now.
It's a good song.
Better stop that vehicle!
Vile creatures have risen from the realm below.
Chin up!
Why would I be leaving?
I can't move.
We're due for an encore.
Assemble!
Only 60 seconds left. Help, friend.
An opportunity for combat. I am barely harmed. Find that
It's the grand finale. We are undefeatable. Down to 30 seconds.
brief taste of hell. Namor has offered new souls for sacrifice.
What is that?
Us against the world. The final 10 seconds. Stronger already. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Find that soul.
It's now or never. Stop.
God of thunder!
Oh, fucking dog trying to bite me.
I unleash the Shanti's power!
I want the soul.
Don't give them another inch. Or else.
A brief taste of hell.
Gather around.
Find that soul.
Shield skill holding a done anyone? We are
Harry killed the person.
undefeatable. I need assistance.
My life force is exposed.
I want the soul.
The current score is 3-2-3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
No one escapes hell.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The last Avatar. How mad can I get?
I don't know what you just said.
Round 3, go!
One day encompass
Everybody's
all
name. I
souls.
was just reading
I
their
always
names.
knew you could not be trusted, Hera.
Double kill.
Down to 30 seconds.
Mustache shall save the world. I have time.
Pierce this light.
Here is an enemy to
The final 10 seconds.
Our foes may be near.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. You're halfway there. Keep going.
Ooh, that's traumatic, bro.
Double KO.
I care nothing for the
Almost there. Don't turn back now. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. We are undefeatable. Friends, gather around.
such power.
Help, friends.
I want your soul. The father sees the sun is full.
It's the grand finale. Kick. Plasma. We must cut off Loki's supply of Gronovia.
watch the brain crashing down around here.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Behold the god of thunder!
Freeze. Us against the world.
I unleash the Vishanti's power! We must find that sniper. Yggdrasil will not survive without our help. Go!
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
No escape from hell.
Right there. A nice deep freeze. Pleases me to be helpful.
Oh, we pushing
The
this.
vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Pushing deep. Hit him with that.
This area makes me
Pierce this light.
Stand up against a full-strength Scarlet Witch.
The moon haunts you!
I'm switching a bitch ass Abby. I hate this portion of the game. Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Goodbye.
Double KO.
Feast my crown.
The current score is 6-3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
No one escapes hell.
Better stop that vehicle! Round
Every
4!
mortal is my
Go!
subject. I rule all.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Are you, like, really the goddess of the underworld?
Why? Would you like a tour? I warn you, entering is easier than leaving.
End this vehicle's journey. Attack them here. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only 60 seconds left. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Anything else? Except be a superhero.
I am barely harmed.
I suck.
Oh,
As
I need
expected.
assistance. Chin up. Take them.
Down to 30 seconds.
Our defense is strong. Hold a little longer. No escape.
Us against the world.
Oh no, look behind you. A nice deep freeze.
The final 10 seconds. Please, for her. Better stop that vehicle.
I am returned to claim what is mine.
I suck. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. I am ready to put on a show.
A nice deep freeze.
I am barely harmed.
I unleash the Vishanti's power!
Final score 6-4.
Feast, my crows.
Much better. You're up! Got one. We make a good team.